Welcome to Exchange Rates UK TV. It is the 29th of December 2021. Taking a look at Litecoin here. Litecoin is inside the cloud on the 3-week chart, and this has been the case pretty much since, December of last year. December 7th of 2020. Litecoin has been trading inside the cloud. The only time that it really spent, actually, there's not a single week of 2020 where it didn't have some exposure inside the 3-week cloud. Wow, that's actually quite impressive. And really, the 3-week cloud doesn't start to constrict until the first kind of move down there is the 7th of March 2022, the next 3-week candle there. So that's a ways away yet. Basically, we're looking at 3 months, 2 months and change until that shows up. So that's that's kind of interesting now that I look at that. It's fairly neutral within the RSI and the 3-week chart, sitting at the 50 level. I mean, it's fairly deadpan here. Inside bar forming. It just not a. I mean, that 15th of November, that candle, there's a 43.93% wipe. That's fairly substantial. Let's look at the weekly chart. I mean, again, it's just very, very constricted here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks now. We've been trading pretty much in a range between 140 and, the bodies of the candlesticks have been range bound around that 150 level. It's still really early in the week, and we're below 150 right now at 148. Just not a ton of directional move. Well, if you're going to do a fib retracement off of this swing here, or fib expansion, whatever you want to call it, it could go back down to 75, but it's holding up here against the 382, fairly strongly. The 50% level, fairly strongly, surprisingly, and that could hold. I mean, it's kind of a toss-up of whether or not we'll see Litecoin finding any strength here, but I will point out, though, that on the week of January 10th, between the week of January 10th and the week of January 17th, there's a Kumo twist. And if it's continuing to trade lower or even at this present value area, that means that we're likely to see the market turn around, especially if it's trading low here, that we'll see some type of, switcheroo that'll start to trade higher. RSI is pretty stuck in between. It's still in a bull market. 50 and 40 are the oversold levels, and it's in between those zones. We do have this. We do have hidden bullish divergence on the composite index, but not a lot of follow through, and the percent B is just floating down to 0.2 right now. But again, not a lot of follow through on the short side here. It looks just kind of stuck. I mean, it's overwhelmingly bearish on the weekly chart because we are below the cloud. However, the Chiku span's still above the bodies of the candlesticks. That could be the only saving grace. That could be the thing that really creates a pretty substantial bear trap here. But let's look at the daily. The daily, currently, it's one of the only ones that's really clearly kind of in the green right now. Barely, but it's below, it's below the Kijun-sen, below the Tenkan-sen, below the cloud. There's just not a whole lot of bullishness to look at here. The only thing that would make me lean a little bit more bullish is if we get a close around 166. A close around 166 would put it above the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. It'd put the lagging span above the candlesticks. It would position Litecoin at a mode where it could probably trade higher to test the 190 to 200 level, but that is definitely something to look at here in the very near future. But for right now, it looks kind of weak all around, but we'll update it as needed. Thank you for watching. For more shit Exchange Rates UK TV, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.